I bought 3 different size dresses for my special. I did not end up wearing those dresses at all.
That's what I was wondering too, because I liked what you ended up wearing.
I did too, but I thought you were gonna wear like a solid black dress.
Because I did. I needed to wear the dress that I bought because my belly button is a hungry hippo. It was eating the dress, and it was showing on stage. And I know it's distracting for women and gay men to see someone's belly button like that. They'll be like, "Someone's got to tell her," and. To Amy Brown Comedy Podcast. I have been away. I have been traveling. I've been getting ready for filming my special. I went all the way out to the other side of America to Seattle and Portland and Salem. And then I came back and I recorded my special 2 days ago. And I have with me in my costume chamber the room mom of my special and the opener, Holly Ballantine.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about it.
Thank you for coming to talk to me about it. I've been alone since we recorded. So Saturday, I had the most amount of people around me I've had in a long. It was like a wedding.
Yes.
It was like a bat mitzvah and a wedding. And it was just a lot of love and energy,
yes.
And then silence for the last 2 days. So I'm so excited you're here. I'm excited to be talking again.
Where'd Kenton go?
He's always like on. He's
fair.
like just like reading Amy, and I'm like, okay. He's doing his Morse code.
I got a really good Instagram story of Kenton.
Yes, you did.
Because like I wasn't planning on like the time. I was just like getting some shots, like showing the room, being like, oh, we're filming Amy's special, and it was like during a Kenton bit. And he was sitting next to me in the director David Perdue. And so I just panned the camera over. He's oblivious that I'm pointing at him. And I'm literally just like, she's like, I think it's like during like the...
It's the one where I say he's going to help me breed the Mountain Dew out of my
bloodline.
bloodline.
So I'm just like pointing at him.
That was so cute.
He's having a great time.
He's laughing.
Yeah.
My poor sweet husband too. He had hernia surgery
I know.
a week before my special. 2 hernias.
He looked so good too. I'm digging the beard. I told him. I was like, I love it.
And I was always talking to David Perdue about that because he was just like, Amy likes. I was like, no, you the beard looks so good on you.
Yeah, and it's like a beard.
And
some people
come
try,
in more,
but
and he's got the spotches of gray. Like
gray. He's got red in there.
It's good.
It's
good
everything.
beard.
Yeah, and it's good because it's a handle for me.
Yeah,
it's
just
a
grab
full-on
onto
beard,
it.
man. It's great.
Yeah, that was so sweet of you to capture him laughing. I married the right person because he laughed. Like, he's heard that joke probably 100 times.
He thoroughly enjoyed himself.
He did.
He sat next to me for the first show, and then behind me was some of his friends for the second show, and he was having a great time.
Yeah. One time I put my camera next to him. This was like 2 years ago, and I did 2 shows back to back. And he laughed at the same joke both shows, both night. I'm like, I married the right guy.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who needs attention.
And you had the best friends there too, because like there was a few people that were at both shows, and I was like, oh, I don't know, and then they just laughed, like died laughing,
Bob
everything.
And Randy.
Both shows and right in the front.
Right in the front.
Could not have had better people there.
Gay Bob's been on twice on this podcast. He talks a lot about old lady vaginas. You guys, if you're interested, go see those episodes. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I love him. He's so good.
It's so fun. He also he talked about going into the gay tank. I guess the jail in Atlanta has a gay tank where they stick all the homosexuals. Which now that we have a different administration, sounds like it might be a they're
gonna have to get rid of that, or maybe that sounds like something they would keep.
You're right.
They're like, if we go to jail, we don't want to be with any of them. That's terrible.
But so you said this to me. By the way, you murdered. I was laughing at your jokes both times too.
I could hear you. I was like, okay, she approves. This is
I have a loud laugh. Holly was killing it, and but I have to do one more thank you. To Joel for recording it,
yes,
and David Perdue for watching my set and giving me notes and like telling me what to do sometimes on the stage.
He's like a sensei. He's like a comedy sensei.
Well, he's supposed to be like a preacher guy. He's like a preacher guy, but for comedy.
Well, I mean, he was gonna go into
the cloth, the loin cloth.
Yeah, and then because I think his dad
is
his dad did something, or he just comes from a religious family. Because like he's talked to me about how him and Andrew Stanley like connected on the fact that both of them had thought about becoming pastors before, and like come from like family stuff. But also like when you just watch your parent be a pastor, you're just watching them entertain people for like 30 to 60 minutes.
They're doing crowd work.
Yeah.
Andrew Stanley has a joke about it. He says his dad has to do a book report on the same book every Sunday for his entire life.
And then the one where he's like going out to eat with his dad, and people come and talk to his dad about their problems, and he's like, "No, tell me. I can use this stuff. Like, tell me."
In my comedy. Yeah. And then thank you to all. I had a group of my mom, so not comedians, but my mom friends.
Yeah.
I had them come and be in charge of the room and the people in the room. I had like 6 of them, and they all wore the T-shirts.
Yes.
And they were in charge of shushing. I thought they would be good at that.
They did great at like seating people,
getting a snack and a seat. And did you go pee yet? Okay, now you're gonna be quiet and you're gonna laugh really hard.
Yeah, one of them brought like a big tray of vegan donuts in the back, and then the other one I think got like every snack that Trader Joe's has to offer, like in the basket.
Yeah.
So we were fed backstage too.
I brought a bottle of vodka.
You did?
And it was gone. It was kind of,
I know. I kept getting worried. Every time I'd go up front, I'd come back and be like, Amy, here's a water. Like, here's a water.
I only had a little.
I know. But I was just like, okay, if I'm going to be mom, I'm going to be mom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were drinking and sitting people. It was fun.
Yes, they were great.
Okay, you murdered. And what were we going to talk about before I had to thank more people? The room. So we've decided, you and I, that we would just like to have rooms full of women and gay men.
Absolutely.
No offense.
Yeah.
Joel.
No, the second show. Also, I'm bi, so I can be in that room.
Okay. You can be in the room.
No, the second show, the people that weren't having it, because you killed on both shows. There's just the side that wasn't laughing when you do your bald joke about cutting. There was like 5. Like one guy was like, ugh. And it was so funny because it was like, calm it the fuck down. They're like, yes, you're a bald. Shut up. But it was just a bunch of like weird older men who were just like,
There's like one part where when I do my murder joke, and I'm like, I feel like this side of the room, like I liked it, and then this didn't. And I say that all the time, but like it was very obvious with that. It was like, no, literally this side of the room liked it, and this side of the room wants to leave.
Yeah.
Or they're like, what's happening? I felt like, okay, so the first audience was awesome.
Yeah.
On board, laughing the whole time. The majority of the room for the second show, a later show, was one side was having a ball.
Yes.
And then there was just this core group of people who I don't think had seen stand-up comedy before. I'm like, who sat them in the front?
Yeah.
So we won't be using that angle. I don't think.
Yeah.
And there was, bless her heart, there was a woman sitting right in the front row, and she had resting buckhead face.
Oh, no.
Which show?
And the second one.
Okay.
And there was a couple across the room from her who were taking pictures of her face. Like, that's how iconically bad it was.
Oh, I can't wait to look for that in the edit
Yeah.
now.
Oh, no.
And so for part of one of the jokes, she was the bossy woman that bought the tickets for her team, her group.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, pinch her nipple. And she was laughing at that. And like they said that she kept doing a thing where she touched the person next to her and nodded like, that's a good joke. But her face did not crack the whole time.
Because that's
So
the goal.
funny.
We just want people to nod and make no sound.
Right. And it was like, I have a friend like this. I have a friend and I love her so much and she's so funny. But every time she comes to see me perform, she sits in the front and she does not laugh because I think she's just doing the math on the jokes. And it's like, I've had my friends be like, who's that bitch in the front? I'm like, that's my friend. She's nice. That's just what her face does. Leave her alone.
Oh my god!
And I'm heading down that road. My children have been like, Mom, what's wrong? I'm like, that's just what my face does when I drive now.
Oh, I have the worst resting bitch like face all the time.
And you're blonde.
All the time.
That's a 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I promise I'm happy.
Do you drive an Escalade? How
I don't.
How
you
bad
know I
does it
drive
get?
a minivan. I got my gangster rap playing in my minivan.
You can't have blonde hair, resting bitch face, and an Escalade.
I think I'm just too tired to smile. I'm happy. I'm just tired.
You're just tired. The sides of my mouth are tired.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can get Botox to make your face not do things so you don't get wrinkles. I wonder if you can get the opposite, like just get some like cocaine injections that make your like your mouth side of your mouth go up. Maybe that's what the Joker did.
They say it takes more muscles to frown than smile, but I've found if you just frown all the time, it takes no muscles at all.
Right.
It's just what your face does.
That's what people say too after they've been to a comedy show. They're like, "Oh, my face hurts from laughing," and I'm like, "Oh, you need to laugh more."
And then you're like, you should smile more, and then you realize you're a straight white man.
Oh yeah, you should smile more. You look so pretty. I didn't like maybe they have like a serious job. You can't laugh if you're like a lawyer or something. Maybe you have to spend all day looking serious, and so when you go see comedy, you're not used to it. It's like when I went hiking one time, and we were in Norway, and we were halfway up the mountain, and I was like, "Just leave me here. I'll be okay. You guys go finish it and come back." And the guide was like, "It's a loop," and I was like,
Oh
"Okay."
God.
Oh
You have
God.
to come.
Oh, that was such an awful trip. Okay, so I digress. Okay,
Yes.
darling, you murdered. I
You
murdered,
murdered.
if I do say so myself. No,
Yes.
the first we did do 2 shows, and we're gonna cut it so that the best rendition of each joke gets put into one perfect super.
Which also we can have multiple versions of the same joke. Like we can like use parts of one joke and like one show from the other. Like we can
We can really break it down. So we did 2 shows. I've heard some people do 4 shows.
Oh, wow.
And after, I would like to do 4 shows, but do you wear the same clothes? How stinky do they get? The room was really hot.
like what they probably do like 2 because
2 one night and 2 the next night. Maybe you have like 2 sets of the same clothes. Because I was not the first show. I usually within like the first 5 minutes, then I sink in. I'm absolutely in I'm in my set. I'm talking. These stories are real. Everything feels authentic. And I couldn't get there in the first set because of the camera lady, who's adorable, and I love her. But she was running around so much, and I'd be like, "What's that? Who's there?" And then she fell down in front of the stage.
Oh, I remember that.
And oh golly, it was right in the middle of a three prong joke where I had like 1, 2, 3 tags, and I'm like, I guess I'll just say the next tag now, even though the momentum's
you recovered
gone.
well from it.
Well, you did ask her if she was okay too.
Yeah. And then, I mean, if it wasn't a recording, I would have made it like, I get it. I have slippery shoes. I would have made a joke.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I drank at lunch today too, darling. It's okay. Get out up here. Everyone give a round of applause.
Yeah.
Like I felt handcuffed by having to get the words out in a certain order.
Yeah.
With whatever, that to be absolutely in the room, because I'm not quite sure how much we can cut out. So I think I'm going to learn a lot from this experience.
You can cut out a lot.
You can cut a lot. So
Yeah.
I could have
And
like
just start
just
the joke
started it
over,
over.
yeah.
You could have started it. Yeah.
I think I should have done
That's
that.
what we. I mean, also, I know when you're up there, but that's what I was trying to tell you before. Like for Nathan Owens' album, he literally fucked up an opening of a joke and went, "Nope, that's not it." He goes, "All right, everybody, act like I didn't just do that," and then just took a beat and did it again.
I did that one time too.
Yeah. And that's,
Sometimes people even keep that in the special too.
Yeah,
They'll do that, and then they're like, "Oh, this is actually funny. I'm gonna keep that in there."
Right.
When they mess up.
Right, that's true. They say this is not going to make it to the special, and then they say something, and it's in the special. And you're like, "Oh, we're seeing how the sausage is made. We're seeing behind the curtain."
but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot that we'll be able to do in the edit.
Yeah, I wasn't in my body the whole way. The whole time I'm like, I was floating above it, like, oh, there's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's a camera there. Who's having a cute face while I'm talking? Oh, wait, Amy, you're talking. Get back into your body.
Yeah. I don't know how you lasted so long. I told you that because, like, you have so much energy when you perform and you do, like, a lot of act outs and stuff. And you, like, got low a couple of times. And I was like, dude, how is she going to do this again for another hour?
I love 2 shows. I'm a 2-show hoe.
2-show hoe.
I love 2 shows. It's the best because I feel like the second one, that's when like it's really like you've already done it in the space and you're just visiting an old friend and you're like, do I have any other ideas while I'm here?
Yeah, it was really nice that the first one went so well because there was no pressure for the second one. It was
I
just
had
like,
pressure
we're just gonna have fun.
because I wanted to be in my body for it.
I didn't have any pressure at all.
I will say you like, and I know you told me it's the first show, but like you killed both shows. Like, I know that what you're saying that, like, you felt, but, like, none of what you were thinking in the first show came out. Like, you do not look.
I don't look flustered.
I believed you whenever you said, "Oh, I was like trying to focus on this, and this," but like, if you would not have told us, like you did a great set both times.
Well, thank you, Ever so. I'm a working professional, and you can book me at amybrown.comedy.com. Okay, all right. We talked about the lady with the unfortunate face. Oh yeah, we decided. Bless her heart. No, I feel bad for her. We decided we want women, like all women, because we're coming off these Moms Unhinged shows. The women are there. They're relating to everything. They're not upset that we talk about bald men.
Yes.
And then we also had a bunch of gay guys there. Oh, my favorite.
Yes, those are the best too.
I mean, you just want people that enjoy a show, and grumpy old men don't enjoy anything.
Yeah.
When we... Oh, go ahead.
There was one straight man, the second show, all the way to the right. He had dark brown hair. I'd met him before opening for Joe Dombrowski. He was a doll. He was dying laughing. He was there with his daughter because his wife was sick, and he was fantastic. And so shout out, gentleman with the dark hair in the right-hand corner. You know who you are, and I'm sure you're listening to this because we have so many viewers.
I don't remember. When we do the Moms Unhinged shows, like, we came home and I did like a club right after that, and I was like, two things. I was like, number one, I forgot men did comedy. And number two, I forgot men came to comedy shows. I was like, what is happening? Because it's just such a different audience. I mean, the size, but just the people there. It's very different.
It is. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, do I need to have two completely different sets? Like one where it's a bunch of dudes, and then one where it's like my people?
Yeah.
So I'm ready for anything? Bulletproof?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a lot more, I guess, brave when it comes to the Moms Unhinged shows, because I feel like when you do clubs or some of these other shows that have a bunch of, like, young guys at it, like, I feel like I hold back a lot of the stuff about, like, being a middle-aged woman or my body or stuff like that. And then it took doing a few Moms Unhinged shows for me to realize, oh, that's what they want. Like, they want me to talk about that kind of stuff.
They want to see themselves, they want to relate and see themselves in what you're talking about. And that's like the most important human thing, actually, is to be seen.
Yeah, it's like my life right now. It's like what we're living.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I just changed my HRT patch right before we started recording. I've got some fresh estrogen flowing through my bones. And I didn't drink the last 2 nights. High five.
Oh, nice. I know Jason was like, oh, you're going to have some drinks at Amy's. You know you are. I was like, bro, it's 11:45.
It's
like
a little early. It's a little early for that. And I was trying to, like, not drink before my special, but I was very nervous for it. Like, I mean, like, the whole month. I was like, I'll take January off. I'll do, like, sober January. I drank every day except for 2.
What's the opposite of dry? I did wet January, very wet January.
I'll do a dry February.
I did talk to David about this because like we have talked outside of you too, but we were texting like either the day of or the day before. He was like, "How you feeling? Doing anything?" I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "I've not been pestering Amy with too many questions because I don't want her to get in her head. I know she's already in it. And I'm just trying to be like, hey, we got this. Ticket sales are going to go well. Like, everything's going to go good. And my main focus is just, like, don't give her things to stress about.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sold out both shows. That felt really nice. And even when people texted that they like, oh, I got sick, I couldn't come, there was people who showed up at the door.
Yeah.
So they all could. It was packed. It was packed in there.
It was.
It was really hot, and we didn't get to use the incandescent lighting, which was why I picked that venue because the light bulb was out.
Oh no!
So hopefully the lighting will be good.
It looks like, because I know a lot of the concerns. Like, I'm happy we had the sound guy, the tech guy come in.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of not understanding of whose job is what at that place is what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
I always like being on that stage because I feel like I'm in like Diagon Alley about to go to Hogwarts, like with the brick wall. I just want to turn around and be like, all right, guys.
It's a nice venue. It looks really good. Like I was looking at some of the footage as I was dropping it. Like, it's gonna look really nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, the curtains could have used a steaming. But
they could have used a steaming. I also wanted them to go out further.
I washed the stage too
because
there was a spilled sticky something right in the front, right where I stand and look. When I'm on stage, I notice everything about the stage. Even like I'm in my set and I'm like, oh, someone's like fake nails right there.
Oh,
like, it fell off.
I love how smooth you were at the second show when you like came to give me a hug. You're like, can you get that mic
David
stand?
Perdue told me to do it. I'm like, I don't think that the mic stand's far enough away. And he's like, tell Holly to do it. When you,
I was just like,
oh, cool.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So different. Okay. Holly. Okay. Okay. I'm excited.
You did a great job. You should feel really proud. Like it really was. It was a great night.
So you were saying, Joel was saying that I was going to have a dip now, a depression.
Yeah.
And maybe it's coming.
Oh, it's coming. I wasn't saying them either, but it's coming.
But I feel so free right now.
That's great.
I feel like now, because I've been like working those jokes and that whatever 48 minutes, whatever it is, to be absolutely perfect. So now I feel like I don't have to hold it together. I can like be in the room more. I can ad lib. I can try a new joke here, try a new joke there. Like I have this Lego brick of a cleaner, like mom-centric headlining thing. This is as good as I got that, and now I can go on. You know what I think I want to do? I think I want to write a gay set, a pride set, maybe part cabaret. I don't know. Maybe I should take like classic American musicals and change the words to be dirty and go do some gay shows, like gay bars. I'm going to Palm Springs, California. And so I have that like as my next goal is maybe like get together some good jokes for that. I was raised by gay men.
Oh, yeah.
So I can talk about them, even though I'm not gay and vaginas are crazy.
I like the cabaret idea. My brain immediately went to, I was like, how can we change Defying Gravity? Because I sing that song like 24.
I was also, you should have a piano player on stage with you.
Well, Matthew English plays the piano.
That's what I'm saying.
And we could travel with Gay Bob, Matthew English, and me, and then we like. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And we go and we sing and we do stand-up.
Powell sings too. He could be your backup singer.
Too.
Yeah.
He's fabulous. So that's my goal. Are you gonna do a special? What are your goals, Holly Ballantine? You've been to Texas.
Tell us
about
we were
Texas.
Here to talk about your special.
We bring people on here and we bully them into doing a special. That's what Yoshee did to me.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
If you don't get one on the books, I'll have you and Yoshee on together, and he can bully you into planning your special.
Well, I told David when we were at your show, I wish I would have done it when I was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I headlined Dallas Comedy Club, and it was amazing. It's like the perfect little like venue for it. The setup was great, and then I had so many friends and family from like high school and college, and like people I went to preschool with.
And a lot of your jokes take place in Texas.
Yeah, and as soon as I left, I was like, damn, I should have made that my special. I should have put more effort into it. I got it. They taped it. I have a tape for it. And then after I watched the tape, my jeans sat in a really weird position. So I like looked like Saturn around the waist. So I was like, okay, now I'm glad it wasn't my special. But if we could just take, we could just take the room.
I bought 3 different size dresses for my special. I did not end up wearing those dresses at all.
That's what I was wondering too, because I liked what you ended up wearing.
I did too, but I thought you were gonna wear like a solid black dress.
Because I did. I needed to wear the dress that I bought because my belly button is a hungry hippo. It was eating the dress, and it was showing on stage. And I know it's distracting for women and gay men to see someone's belly button like that. They'll be like, someone's got to tell her. And I tried to get the head to toe Spanx. It's like a bathing suit, but has clasps in the vagina area. And I don't know if you've tried those. Have you those bodysuits with the clasps in the
bodysuit. Yeah.
And that's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It was. I can't believe people are wearing these. And then like some of them are really like wide and down there. Like how wide? And then it's like. Owie. Yeah. And then like people used to wear them in the 90s.
I know. Like I don't want a front wedgie, and it's like a back wedgie's enough. Like, I don't want a front one too. My
pubes were protesting. I had like the last time I wore one of those, I didn't have babies. You know what I mean? Like they should just make it like a regular bathing suit down there.
Yeah.
And you just take it off like that, and you pull it to the side if you have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Anywho, how? Finding something to wear. And then, I did not do professional hair and makeup because I knew that would create more anxiety for me than just doing it myself, because then I wouldn't know what they've done and if I have to undo it, and then what does it look like on stage? And I'm sweating like a pig in it, so I'm probably have like frizzy, sweaty hair. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
don't
And
need
then
to look pretty.
timing wise, because like you'd probably have to do it earlier in the day, and then by the time you get there, you're like, do I still have
It was
makeup?
so sweaty that
Yeah.
my curls fell. Like I think we're going to be able to tell the first and the second sets because my curls fell out.
Yeah, I have you on video saying it's so hot. You're like, thank you so much for coming. It's so hot in here.
So you had a great time in Dallas.
Yes.
You were doing, so that was just you headlining, right?
Yeah, it was just
That's
just
so
a
cool.
one-nighter.
It's
in Dallas.
happening. Our friends are
Yes.
going to be headlining comedy clubs.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm doing. Well, I already told you. I'm doing a Comedy Corner Underground. That'll be like my first like weekend, multiple shows in a row.
That's fantastic. And where's comedy?
I'm gonna wear the same outfit.
Is it Minnesota?
Yes.
You're wearing the same outfit
Minneapolis.
with the Saturn?
No, yeah. We were asking about that. Like, what do they do when they do like 3 or 4 shows for a special? Do they wear the same outfit? So I'll just create my own special and wear the same outfit 2 shows, Friday, Saturday.
I'm going to Kansas on Friday, and I am bringing merch instead of clothes in my
Nice.
carry-on bag. It makes me feel very professional.
I mean, I know he's been on the show. Andrew Stanley, he did 4 because he just taped his special the same night as you. But Friday night he did not record.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
I was wondering about that.
So Friday night he just did like 2 shows. I guess those are like more of the warm ups, and then he recorded both the Saturday shows.
Okay.
So
Yeah, what a flex having Jeff Foxworthy bring you up for your comedy special. That was
Yeah,
nice.
and to sell out the
Buckhead Theater,
four
multiple
times.
shows instantly. Like he posted the link, and it was like in a couple days they were both sold out.
Yeah, people have been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I have too. He's amazing. He's going to be super famous. Maybe if I get some clean material together, he'll book
I know.
me.
I sent him a message, and I was like, "Hey, I would have loved to be there, but Amy Brown actually asked me to be on her comedy special." So, and then he asked how it went, and I told him you did great, and he's like, "Of course she did."
Oh,
so,
yeah. We were texting together. He's like, we'll pray for good comedy energy on February 1st. And I was like, yeah,
Yes.
you talk to God, and I'll talk to my crystals.
Cover all the bases.
Yeah, we've got it covered. Yeah, figuring out what to wear. And I hear Whitney Cummings has said before, for when she's doing specials, like they sew your bra into your top.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
So that you don't have a bra strap coming off and everything's just secured. And then there's this thing. Now this is on my vision board for this year, where they will put a corset into your fancy dress, like it's attached to the dress, and so you don't have to. If you're going to a fancy ball or something, or a red carpet experience, let's put that on the vision board, you don't have to suck it in or wear Spanx with the zippy zips and the hoo-hee-ha.
I would need a corset and a shelf for my boobs. I need
my
a
God.
shelf under my boobs to keep them up.
I'm titillated. Have you ever done like the German lady with the beer steins outfit, the Heidi dee-doo-doo-doo-doo?
I have not done that. What did
I have one in this room. I think we need to put it on you right now. I want to see what happens to your breasts.
Hilarious. What did I do? It wasn't like that. I mean, it was like that, but it was a few years ago. I was like it was like a leprechaun, but it was like a sexy leprechaun, and that was how the outfit was.
I think anything you put on turns into sexy whatever it is. I'm a sexy hot dog.
I could not have. What was it, like the late 1800s or I don't know, maybe 1700s? Like all of their dresses, like where they do that. Like I would not have thrived in that environment. And I would make every dress that type of dress. Like it's great. Yeah.
You have amazing tits.
I'm not a tube top girl.
Can we put this on? Let's go to Oktoberfest. Can you drink beer?
Can I drink? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Oktoberfest.
You're buying.
I'm buying.
Are you just trying to get Holly to go?
She just wants to see my boobs.
I was like, this just sounds like you're like, Holly, I'm gonna put you in a slutty German dress.
It's called a drindle.
I'm like, you took me to Niagara Falls. Did you not see my boobs in the hotel? We share a room.
I want to see them on the ascending out of beer foam to the heavens.
I'm gonna get.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Halloween costume check. Got
Right?
it. I'm gonna do it.
So what do you have? What are your visions? This is like my first episode basically in the new year. What do you have? What's on your vision board this year?
Well, it was to do your podcast, so I'm
So-
crushing my goals.
To open for you in your
Yeah.
album, do your
So,
podcast.
Yeah, Holly,
2 for 2.
Holly's episode that we did a while back, we talked about
Yes.
uteruses in Texas.
Yes.
If you're not going to use it, you can't have it,
Yeah.
and you get a hysterectomy. That was a joke. But
Yeah.
your episode got the most views out of all,
wow.
even more than Andrew Stanley. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
girl.
Excuse me.
Yes. Maybe we should talk more about Texas.
People love talking about uteruses.
Do you have different jokes you do in Texas than you do here? Because you're from Texas, but you live in Atlanta. And you got hit by a train in Texas.
I mean, I don't like make fun of Texas when I'm
Yeah.
in Texas. So that's different. And then I have like certain jokes about like family members. They're not terrible, but I don't want to do those in
do you
in
do
front
the
of them in
jokes
Texas.
about your sister?
So
Has she heard
funny
this?
story, when I did the show in Dallas, I had tons of family members there, so I changed it to sister-in-law.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, my sister-in-law.
But
yeah, so they don't know.
the joke, I mean, can we talk about it here for a second?
Oh yeah, that's
The
fine.
joke is that she's always Holly.
Oh no, that sister. I have two sisters. I have two jokes.
There's more.
My sister loves that joke.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that one all the time.
Holly's sister has been married 5 times.
Yes.
How old is she?
She's 40. She's 47.
5 times?
Five
Wow.
times. 47. Yeah.
Life goals.
And the joke is I'm always a bridesmaid because my sister's always a bride.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you also have a joke that one of them was the best man or groomsman.
Oh yeah, that he's not the best guy for the best man for the job, but he was the best man at her 3rd wedding.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
that's a good
That is
one.
not true.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's not true.
I laugh at very inappropriate things. And so during the first set, the first show, when you're like, oh, can I do a dark joke? And then and you're like, oh yeah, like my ex-boyfriend was murdered.
Yeah.
And I just go, ha!
I heard you.
And nobody else. And I was like, oh shit, that's not the joke. That's not the joke at all.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I started doing that with that joke because I feel like when you just like hit them out of nowhere,
They're not
they're a little
ready.
shocked.
Yeah.
But then if you tell them
Yeah.
up front, like, because a lot of my other comedy's not like that. So once I started telling them that it's gonna be like that, then I'm like, see, I told y'all, and then I can play on it.
And it's like a fun, like,
Yeah.
you know, abrupt opening to it. But
Yeah, because I'm the asshole in that joke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making fun of him for getting murdered. I'm making fun of me for making his murder about me.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I cracked up with that because I was talking to one of my friends about it. She also is very, very inappropriate, and I told her, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I would have laughed at that too."
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Your set is so effing tight. Like,
It's not the only thing.
Oh, that's what she's trying to take you to Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
we can get that loosened up for you.
Jesus Christ!
I can't wait for my mom to see that clip.
Whoa, wild!
Oh God.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're sober.
You're riding too much of a high after this album. We need.
I've been alone for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So what were we just talking about? I was thinking about, I was just remembering, like, when you're having a baby, they're like, have your husband take some olive oil and massage your because it helps loosen it, because it's going to get ripped in half otherwise. Did you ever hear about that?
I did not hear that, but I had 3 C-sections, so I'm good.
Humble brag. I usually they only let 2, I thought, back in the day.
So you can have 3. Basically, I had the first C-section, and then they told me with my second, if I went into labor, I could have her, and if not, then I'd have to have a C-section. So I didn't go into labor, and then my 3rd kid, I did go into labor, but they were like, you've already had 2 C-sections, so you have to have another one.
That's good.
But I
that
think
they
you're
do
not supposed to
that.
have more than 3, I don't think.
Yeah, because I think there's like
People
scar
do,
tissue,
but-
and they got to find a fresh spot to yank it out of.
That's why I have a shelf. That's why I have a shelf now.
Ah.
Yeah, so my C-section. It's a little shelf for my tummy.
Oh, that's lovely. It's
Yeah,
nice
not
and
to brag, but
organized.
my tummy does have furniture, so.
It's like the
Yeah.
Container Store. everything has a
Yeah.
place. Oh, Holly's set is so tight. And
How tight is
is
it?
it? It's not just her vagina that's
right.
tight.
That's
Pew,
right.
pew.
No babies came
She,
out of
like,
there.
So she has you have a perfect, like, the timing. You're like da 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 da, ha ha, everyone's laughing, da 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 da, everyone's laughing, and I'm second show, I'm on stage doing my jokes, and I take sometimes too long explaining stuff, and I'm like, God damn it, Holly would have a joke right here, and I'm just talking. It was too good. It was good, but I'm so glad that you could come and help me with that.
It was awesome.
You're like the midwife.
I feel like you were like joke. I don't ever remember there being any like pauses or anything.
I was talking while I was thinking.
I was gonna say even
Holly
your
would have a
face,
joke
like
here.
you talk a lot with your face too, your facial expressions and all of that.
When I was little, I ran into the house because there was something about like the dog is eating a stick or whatever, and I was telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, the dog is eating a stick, and then she fell over laughing because I was just like, I gave birth to a gay boy. Like, what's happening with her hands? Like, yeah, I'm a lot, especially when I've had
perfect
sleep.
amount.
Thank you, darling.
Perfect amount.
You did great. How many turkey sandwiches did you eat that day?
Okay, so that's my trigger. There's infinite amount of space in my heart and my belly for turkey sandwiches. There's a turkey sandwich size, and these are submarine sandwiches, like not like just a humble sandwich, like the long ones. And I had 3 before we went to, not 3 whole ones, but like it was a big one cut into 3 bits. I had 3 before we went to the show.
There were 2 in the green room that I didn't ever see get eaten. I wanted to eat one, and I was like, I don't think this is my sandwich.
No, you should. They were for everyone. And then
when you say you had 3,
so it comes
4. Okay, so you meant
3.
like 3 of the sections.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I saved the other one, and I saved another whole one for the next day in case I had a bedtime. And in the morning, I woke up, I opened the fridge, I saw the turkey sandwich, and like, oh, turkey breakfast sandwich?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I love turkey sandwiches.
But I waited till lunch because I have to have it with a gin and tonic.
Oh!
What a weird combo.
I know. With chips. I have to have chips. I can't do it without the chips.
We buy croissants, and then I love turkey sandwiches on a croissant. We do those all the time.
Well, yeah, because Amy, like, we were setting up, and we was like, I'm going to go to the house. Joel, do you want a turkey sandwich? I was like, yeah. And then just get me whatever. And then she handed me, like, a full, I was expecting, like, but it was great, though, because I asked David, I was like, hey, David, do you want the other half of this? Because I ate, like, 2 parts of it.
Yeah.
But it worked out. But when you handed me that, I was like, what do you think I'm going to
Turkey sandwiches
like
are the gift that keep on giving.
It was delicious.
Good. They're so good. That's who I thought that those 2 sandwiches were yours and David's, because I almost like grabbed, and I was like, no, they're going to come back here in between shows and be like, okay, who ate a third of my sandwich? Those from Jimmy John's. They were big.
Yeah, they're so good. What were we just talking about? I just left my body because I was thinking about turkey sandwiches.
Type the JJ.
Type the JJ.
Oh, you're tight fucking
set.
set. Yeah. Do you have do you want to okay. So I have 2 goals now for 2025. Okay, I have more goals. One goal is to learn how to swim in the ocean and not be so scared all the
Don't
time.
do that. You're gonna die.
No, absolutely. You should take that goal.
I
off
also
your
want to
list.
French kiss a lion.
Okay, that's safer to me than the ocean.
Yeah, the
I don't
ocean.
want to swim if I can't see what's in there.
I want to swim in the rich part of the ocean, like the
What
part that's
where?
right next to a very fancy hotel.
Okay, well that's different.
Like it's like all calm.
So
you can
you're
see
not,
the bottom.
Yeah, you're saying like
you want to
just,
be like in the ocean. Next week, in 2 weeks, we're going to Florida for Amber's birthday, and she's got like a long trip. I was like, I can't come for the whole week, so it's split up. For the first half, they're swimming with manatees.
Ooh.
The second half is Disney. I was like,
That
I'm
makes
going
sense.
to Disney. Like, I'm not swimming with massive creatures.
Oh, I
in
hear
an
they're very
ocean.
sweet,
I don't
though.
care.
They're like cows.
I don't care. In my luck, there'd be a baby one that I'd be trying to swim with, and its mom would freak out and come murder me. No, thank
headbutt
you.
It was so funny because manatees, I guess, are very kind and sweet.
Yeah.
And hippopotamuses are the devil.
There's more hippopotamus attacks.
murder.
Have you seen those
shark
ones where they're
attacks.
like chasing the boats? And
Yes.
I was in Africa in a boat, and there was a wake coming at us, and the guy's like, "We're gonna speed up. That's a hippo running under the water."
Oh my gosh!
That's how.
Thank you.
But like that's how much they weigh. Those they go to the bottom of the water, and they run across.
Yeah.
And they're fast. They swim so fast too. It's like, how are they so fast?
right?
You're so big.
Think of how many turkey sandwiches they've had.
I know. Sorry, I'm not trying to body shame a hippo.
No, they're massive, and they are aggressive.
And they're mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to learn how to swim in the water and not be so. They just understand. Like I want to talk to somebody about what are the actual risks here, so I can relax. And then, I want to get corporate clean material. I want to have 50 minutes of corporate clean material. So whenever I get booked on those shows, I don't have an absolute panic attack.
Yeah.
And I also want to do a gay set, which is not clean at all. All my dirty jokes are going to go there, and that's going to be the best time.
Those are good like writing challenges too, because you can just like totally switch gears in the middle of it too. When your brain like runs out of clean stuff, you're like, all right, let me switch.
Let me tell you about my pussy.
You're not even that dirty though.
Thank you. But tell that to corporate clean people. They're like sitting on someone's face, Amy. Really?
I mean that is, but like you're fairly.
I'm adorable.
You're so fairly clean. I don't think it's like that hard.
I'm precious.
Yeah. Also, I did just look it up. Hippos can weigh on average from like 3,000 upwards to almost 10,000 pounds. That is terrifying.
That is a lot.
So, I think both of those are very doable. Also, you would crush at like just a very flamboyantly dirty set.
I miss those. I really miss those.
Yeah, I thought you were kind of like moving more towards the cleaner side too, and then when you did your set, I mean, you're like you said, you're not that dirty, but I was like, oh, okay, I was really glad because some of those jokes are like your bread and butter, and I was like, I don't want her to get rid of those jokes. Like the finger joke's my favorite.
Thank you.
So good.
I know. And Humpty Dumpty, my cunty. Is there anything more adorable than that? That's a nursery rhyme.
Seriously, what? Target? You don't want to hear that at your corporate event? Come on.
It's so cute.
You can make your own merch.
I'm just a little cunty. I can't hurt anybody.
Everyone's a little cunty. Target. You walk into Target and that's on the end cap.
Right? It's not even a dirty word in the UK.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Target got rid of their DEI initiative, so you can,
Oh.
Let's just move
throw some slurs in.
Oh yeah,
we'll get
who's
them all
a cooler
excited.
company than Target? I didn't mean replace not them, someone else.
We still take their money if they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, money.
Oh yeah, we'll just take your money and then give it to DEI causes.
Are you going to apply to festivals this year? You run a festival. Your festival's coming up. You want to talk about that because that's very exciting. You have really amazing headliners.
Yes. It's March 7th and 8th.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Beth Stelling, Ben Palmer, Clayton English, Lace Larrabee, and then like so many amazing comics from around the country and France. So
Ooh, la,
we're
la.
like all global now. Yeah. But it'll be really
Talk
fun.
about cunty.
Yeah. And then if you want to come see Beth Stelling, you better hurry because she's almost sold out. So
you told me you
very
saw her
fast.
and she was so funny.
She's so funny and so nice, and I love that she always has women open up for her. One time she did a festival and they had a bunch of guys on her show, and she was like, "Oh, are there not women in this festival?" And then her socks, that say "Women's Stand-Up Comedy." That's her merch. But she's just the best. She's so sweet and she's fun.
Very fun. Did you ask her to be on the show yet?
Oh. No, I can see. Is she
said-
flying
I
in
think
that
you're going
day?
out of town.
I'm going out of town. I'm supposed to drive a car full, 2 cars. My husband and I are both driving cars full of teenagers to the beach for spring break on that
I'm gonna have
Saturday.
a party at her house.
Yeah, you can stay in the gay
can.
garage.
This is actually where the after party is. No,
Oh my
I'm
god,
joking.
there's gonna be so many
No one knows
cigarette
where
butts.
we are. Oh god.
I
What did I
know.
find when I was staying here last time? Like I think some people had come over, like your son's friends,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, I found a Reese's peanut butter cup just like by the pool. It wasn't mine, which is not the worst thing you can find after teenagers hang out.
hang out.
Yeah.
Yes. Whoa, I should not talk now because I was going to talk about one of them has started smoking, I think, but that's okay. That's between him and his parents. Yes. So your special, your
My non-existent special
your festival
You're talking about the festival?
is in
Yeah.
Atlanta. It's called the West End
Festival.
West End Comedy Festival. It's very fun.
Yes, it will be
good.
very.
How many
fun.
applications did you get? This is fascinating too because people apply a lot to festivals and they don't get in a lot. I only got into one last year. I'm okay. I applied to so many too. I'm okay.
Yeah.
But you have what it's like to be on the other side, and you're like, there's so many good tapes coming in. Give everybody a little hope out there.
Well, when we got about 600 submissions, but I always tell people when you apply to
For how many slots?
for how many slots. Well, we were supposed to take 40, but they were just too good. We ended up taking 47.
So like 600.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what college application levels are, but that sounds like Ivy League level.
Yeah, I mean,
6%.
We have so many comics just doing the festival that have like 200,000 followers. Like it's
They've already
insane.
made it.
We have so
Yeah.
many. I'm like, oh really? Like you're like Chanel Ali. She's one of the people that applied, and she's doing it. And when we saw it, we were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're like you could headline. You know, she's incredible. And then her tape was her Comedy Central special, and I was like, what a flex! What a flex!
That's impressive.
But she had the highest score overall, and we did not watch tapes. We paid 3 people to watch tapes. Best money I've ever spent in my life.
Yes.
But I always tell people, if you apply, I mean, just know there's a 95% chance you're not going to get in. And if you're a white guy, it's even less than that, because most people who apply are white men. I mean, there's very, very low number of women who apply to comedy festivals compared to men.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the desk work that's getting us in our way?
Desk work.
No, it's just that white men will go out for every single.
Putting yourself out there.
Society
Yeah.
has told white men to go out for every single thing you ever want, and then they've told all non-white men to not.
I think there's
That's
just
it.
more.
This
next
there's just
generation's
more of
humble.
them. There's way more white male comics too.
The ones that are my children's friends' ages.
Yeah.
That generation's humble.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
because
we'll have that to look forward to.
we've talked about this on the show before. Like I've talked about this. Like I've talked to a lot of people that aren't white men. They're like, I don't know, I'm not ready to apply for this. I'm not doing it. And I'm like, listen, do it. Like, cause just there's for every one person that says I'm not qualified enough, there's 7 white men who never even asked themselves that question and already submitted. Because I put out casting calls and been like, I don't need white men, and I know I'm a white man, and that's why I'm just like, hey, I have very funny white man friends, so I don't need another white guy. I would like to work with other people. And then I will still get emails being like, hey, I know you specifically said no white men.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and still throw my hat in the ring.
That guy probably gets laid a lot, though, because he's just throwing noodles at the wall and sees what sticks.
I just think it's a lot of societal, like, has told people, hey, don't go out unless you're ready. You got to really make sure you paid your dues. And that's what, like, a lot of women and people of color have heard. And I was like, no, just fucking apply for everything you want to do.
I waited a lot. I feel like,
Did you?
I waited. My first festival I ever did was Big Pine, but I was.
That's a great
I
festival.
know, and I
yeah.
was 4 years in.
Yeah.
Like I just waited till I was ready, and then I'll like teach people in Laugh Lab, and then like
Laugh Lab is a comedy stand-up class that Lace Larrabee has created. She's made an army of women comedians.
Yes, that we both took.
Did.
And then I'll like teach them, and then a few months later, like I'll see them apply to my comedy fest, and it's like, oh, like we gotta wait, you know,
Yeah,
a
go get
little
some
bit.
chops.
Yeah, because it's just a very it's a very different world when you go from like a sold out show at a club to like a brewery. Like it's brutal.
It's so hard, right?
It's
Oh
brutal.
gosh.
Yeah.
I think I was wondering too about one of our friends just had a special come out, and it's on Apple and it's on Amazon. It's so exciting. Gilbert Lawin.
Yes, I love
And
Gilbert.
I watched it on the airplane. I bought it and downloaded it. It's like as a special treat to myself, because I had a 4-hour long flight. I was like, I'll save it for the airplane, and I should not have done that because I was laughing so hard,
so great,
and I was embarrassing myself because I was like trying, like, you don't want to be like too loud on the airplane or too crazy. And I was not the place to watch it. It was so funny. And then I watched it again last night with my husband, because I like, as you have to see this. It's so good.
It is.
And
he has the best merch too.
He's so relaxed on stage, and it's just like he's just talking.
Yeah.
And then my husband looked at me and he's like, it's like he's just talking. That's not what you do. And I'm like, oh God, I know. I'm too much. I'm a dork. Thanks for rubbing it in.
That's the good thing about stand-up, though, is that
Everybody's different.
you don't have to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about back to the brewery part, like, there has to be like, I think part of it is to be talking to the audience to get them to pay attention. And then sometimes you've got to yell because the TV's going and that's like someone just got a touchdown. And it's like doing hand-to-hand combat. It's like riding a bull.
Yeah, we had a sold-out show with 150 people at one of our venues, and I asked them to turn off the 8 televisions, and they said no because the owner's husband wanted to watch a game. And it wasn't even like a Georgia team. It was like and they wouldn't turn off the eight TVs for a sold-out show.
How can we do our art in conditions like this?
Yeah, I'm not trying to compete with
football.
Yeah.
Citizens arrest. I know, and it's a spoken word. Like, people have to pay attention. But I think that's like also why, I know what I wanted to talk to you about. The difference between performing in a theater, which we've been doing a lot of with Moms Unhinged, like 400 women in a theater, absolute wonderfulness, versus now breweries and stuff. Like, I feel like when I'm in a 400 person theater, I have to dial it up because there's a balcony and you're like trying to emote the feeling and the authentic feeling of what it's like when your son walks in on you and your husband. And then you like, when you come back to like a smaller stage, you have to like bring it down to talking normal, which I struggle with. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and also with a theater, it takes a little bit to get used to because like I'm like very like joke. It's very quick, and it takes a while for the laughs to get to you in a theater. So it took a while to kind of like wait because I would start talking and going into the next part, and then it's like the laughs are still coming. Yeah. It's like, I'm not trying to step on the laughs, which is one of the first things you're trained not to do, but it's just very different.
Yeah, I have a question about that because I feel like there's a kind of New York City style where it's like you're too good to wait for your laughs and you start talking, like you just continue going. And I was in that vibe for a little bit, and I was given the note to wait for them more. But then, like, I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to keep going. Like, yeah, I know that's funny, but I got some more of the joke. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to wait for a laugh and then there not be a laugh, which would happen on Zoom shows. You know, we'd be like, wait. And then you're like waiting for the laugh and then it never comes.
I think like waiting for them to stop laughing. Like, I will start the next part of the joke even when they're still laughing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a flex.
That's different. Yeah, you definitely have to sometimes do it like on the tail end of it. But even with the theaters, like sometimes it takes a second for it to like get to you, especially if you write jokes that are like a thinker and they have to think on it for a little bit. Then you're like, oh, there it is, and then they get it, and you don't want to like step on it when they get smart.
The cognitive part.
Yeah.
There's a thing called cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
And that's what they talk about in my books about drinking and trying not to drink. And you're supposed to be like, alcohol is poison and should never go in your body. Yes. And then you won't crave it anymore. But I keep forgetting that.
And he's writing a joke about wet January and dry February.
Yes.
So, trademark that.
Dry February. Valentine's Day. We don't need it.
My anniversary is in February too.
Whoa.
So I should probably have wet February.
You should.
We'll have dry March.
Moist February.
We'll have dry every other month of the year.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be on the other side of getting that in the box, and I'm so grateful I got to run my set 4 times out west before doing it. And really
that was because you had 2 shows in 2 sold out shows in one night in Seattle, and then 2 more right after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's Tom Segura, who I'm sure I'm friends with. No, I don't know who.
Close personal friend.
He says he doesn't record a special until he's run it 100 times.
100 times.
Must be nice. Yeah. Must be nice to be able to headline that much.
Well, you've easily done those jokes that many times.
That's
just
true.
Maybe not start to finish
over
in a
7
row.
years. Yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Some of them are new.
Yeah. Collectively, if you add them all up, you did.
Do you feel like you want to record a special? Like, what is like? Are you working in your mind towards a theme? Towards?
No, It's not that serious with me. I mean, like, I want to do one. If I do it, it'll be in Texas probably, just because I feel like all my friends here are comedians. And I have way more friends and family in Texas, and I come from a big family, and like I'm the one, like I planned my high school reunion. I'm the one that everybody's like, Holly, who is this person? Like I keep in touch with everyone, and then I have a big family, so I know that's where I would want to do it. I wish I would have done it then. I'm headlining the new Rose City Comedy Club right outside my hometown.
Oh, fantastic!
In June.
Ooh,
So
are you
that's,
thinking
like,
about just getting
maybe
slap on some cameras?
I know. I have no idea like who to even
Figure
contact
out your
in
outfit.
that area. I'm like, do they have people with cameras there? I don't know. Probably.
Try your outfit on stage
what's
beforehand.
What's the closest big city there?
So Longview is 2 hours east of Dallas. Yeah, 2 hours east of Dallas, and then Tyler is like 30 minutes from Longview, and
Texas.
They just opened a great comedy club, Rose City Comedy Club. Like all the cool kids are headlining it.
I would just start asking around to Dallas comics.
About like videos.
Yeah, just being like, hey, I maybe want to tape something. Who's good? Who can do that?
What would your brand be? What's your title?
I think. I've always said that if I did a special and I was still doing this joke, which I hardly ever do
Sassy be in it?
I was
Because
going
you're
to say
sassy.
like literally a train wreck or literal train wreck or
literal
something.
train wreck.
Yeah. And then my husband was telling me the other day he wanted me to like if that was the title, he wants me to put like a train and then have like 5 guys because I'm like not a train of frat guys, and then just have like 5 different little cartoon guys on it. He's very supportive, guys. He's very supportive husband I have.
He's got a dirty mind too.
So I don't know. I always thought about train, like literally a train wreck or literal train wreck, because not many people can say they got hit by a train of any type
and survived.
Yeah,
and then still able to write
lived.
jokes about it.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah,
you're also like you're Texasy. You're from Texas.
Yeah.
You're sassy. You're smart.
Oh, thank you.
She has a photographic memory, which I am absolutely in awe of every time I see it in action. Like you just look at it and you memorize it, Amy.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It comes in handy a lot, especially like with writing jokes. But it doesn't always come in handy because sometimes people will argue with me, and I'm just like, no, I can like literally picture it in my brain right now what we're arguing about, but I can't. I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I'm just like, oh no, you're right. It totally
She's
said that.
schizophrenic. Do you see voices too? Do you hear sounds? Okay, so you're from Texas and you're sassy. Is there like a Rose of Texas? Is that a thing?
I don't know. There's a song, "The Yellow Rose of Texas."
The Yellow Rose of Texas. All my exes.
She's the sweetest little flower a cowboy ever knew.
Do some more.
No, I don't know the rest. Her eyes are like something, they sparkle like the dew.
Oh, this is great. I thought they were going to say blue there, but
no, they sparkle like the dew. I'm pretty sure.
I will say this though, because I've done 5. Obviously, I'm not. I've done 5 specials. Everybody but Amy had a name and then changed it after the special.
Yeah.
Really? What is yours called?
Mine's Indoor Wife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because I told her, I was just like, listen, if you have one prepared, that's fine. But also, I love you. You're so stubborn as a person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am terrible.
Yeah.
I'm a nightmare.
That's a perfect name.
You're not a nightmare. You just are very particular.
Did you see the passive aggressive come out when the incandescent light bulb was broken?
God.
I was like, oh, you know what they do in the military? They have like one on stock.
I know.
Maybe that's something you guys want to do, is like have one and then one extra in case.
And then this,
because that's why I picked this venue.
This like 25, not even the owner, just this
sweet boy.
25-year-old tech guy is like, wait, what'd you say? And I was like, God damn it, Amy.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I ran away. I was like, Amy, I had to move out of there because I was getting upset.
Yeah.
I don't think I even I don't know where I was when that happened.
You weren't there. It was at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
I did tell a guy one point, I was like, she's an interior designer, so like a lot
watch
of this.
out.
Also, and this is her first special.
Travel with light bulbs in my Mary Poppins bag.
And like I said, there was. It seems like there's like a weird, like not like, but it's like there's not a lot of defined roles, and certain people do things, and other people should be doing things
at the venue.
Yeah, and then also like what it seems like is like a lot of the tech in there is like, oh, this is stuff that was inherited when it was bought.
Yeah.
So it's like some of the lights are this, some of the lights are that. The board is old, and so
were you able to get a good sound pull off the board, or was it too old? That was another thing I was worried about.
We kept working on it, and at one point. At one point, the guy was like, well, there's like a little bit of buzz in there, but that should be fine, right? I was like, no. Not at all. No. I was like, not at all. We're gonna figure out what that buzz is. And he was like, well, you can't just take it out. I was like, yes, but we're not gonna.
No.
I was like,
the entire special.
I was like, that's why I told you I wanted to show up here at 2 p.m. and the first show's at 7 because I wanted to make sure that we have more than enough time to troubleshoot.
I feel like we should have showed up a week before and been like, you need to get a new soundboard, they're gonna light bulb.
I mean, well, they need a lot of these.
Right. I mean, they're sweet though. Everyone who works there is
very
great.
It
sweet.
went very well. It went very well.
It was lovely. They were lovely people.
But to stare at your face for the next month or two.
Oh my God, editing. I have to look at myself. I mean, you know what? I'm going to take it back. It's going to be wet January. I'm not looking at my face sober. Are you freaking kidding me? I have to go through all of those videos. What else? I mean, we could do something else. Pot brownies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll get into weed.
I cannot be in my body. I cannot be myself looking at myself.
Yeah.
Not for hours at a time.
I know. I hate looking at video or pictures of myself. Sometimes people will be like, oh, I forgot to get a picture of you on stage. And I'm like, no, that's always fine. That's always okay. Like, I don't need a boomerang. It's fine.
I know. It's rough. It's so rough. It's hard enough I have to listen to my own voice.
Yeah. And can we just get this on the record? We don't ever want side profile pictures of us. If you're on the side of the stage, don't. If you're on the front row, like we're good. Just we don't need
to see the lumps and the bumps and the chins and the pins and the floops and the bloops.
Or like from behind. They're like, oh, look, here's my wedgie. Like, yeah, let me just post this on Maine.
I actually look really cute from behind because I have so many curls.
Although
I
was going to say Amy does.
Exclusively Amy.
Amy did give herself a wedgie as part of the set.
No, I did.
It's like Beth. Beth Stelling said, "What's going on with the back of my head is none of my business." That's how I'm like, I'll fix this part, but like I don't want to. We're not going to talk about the back. No.
Oh my God. I do feel like between my birthday being on Christmas Eve and recording my special on February 1st, this has been absolutely too much of me. I'm so tired of me. I'm tired of posting on me on Facebook and Instagram and thinking about what I'm going to wear and what my hair is going to look like and how to do liquid eyeliner. And yeah, I'm ready to not think about me for a little bit. It'll be nice. I'll think about
Rest
you.
your brain.
Do you want me to micromanage you?
Please just run my life. If I could do all the cool stuff you did, I would absolutely love. Like I love how you're. Oh, when I was in Africa, and then, like everyone just drops that.
I slid that one in.
We've all been there.
All humble and shit. Maybe we could start an exchange program where moms will mom a friend, and that mom will mom her back. And it'll be like, here's your snacks for today.
Yes.
Here's your healthy meal. Here's a workout I found online for your sciatica. Yeah. Doesn't that sound magical?
It does. I would love for someone else to manage my life.
That sounds like a hug for the heart. Yeah. I got you a reservation for dinner tonight at your favorite place.
Oh, yeah.
They know you're coming. They got the tater tots ready.
Oh my God. Yeah. I would love to put you in charge of dinner. Where did we went to eat? Where did we go before Mateo Lane? Was it El Valle?
Oh, it was, it was a Mexican restaurant that was like a little bit fancy.
It was really good.
Oh, we had a good time.
It was really good. Yeah. I was like, oh, let me just order the most expensive appetizer they serve. And it was worth it. It was so good.
All I can think about right now are margaritas and tater tots. Like, because I did my turkey sandwich.
Have you been special dieting or something?
No, and I tried, but I was too emotional. Same thing happened for my wedding. I gained like 10 pounds before my wedding. Yeah. Oops-a-daisy.
So you were on like fry January.
Yes, tequila and tots.
Tequila and tots.
I actually did try to do a diet where I did the calorie breakdown. And at the end of the day, I saved enough for a martini and 11 tater tots. So that I knew I had a treat waiting for me at the end of the day. And I could go night-night with my belly full of fat.
I did that when I was on Weight Watchers. I'd always make sure I had enough points at the end of the day for a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just do all 0 point foods all day, but I need chocolate at night.
We have a friend of the family who did a diet of ice cream and champagne, and he lost weight. So you just gotta do what you like, and then take out all the rest of the stuff, like the fiber and the vegetables, and the lean protein. The chicken. I can't eat chicken breast anymore.
Oh, I'm over chicken.
And then
I don't
just
like
in time for bird flu.
Chicken
bird
breast.
flu is here. We won't have to eat chicken for a while.
I went to Publix yesterday, and there were no eggs. Like, they were gone.
Yeah, they're murdering all the birds.
I was like, is it gonna snow? Like, oh, there's plenty of bread and milk, but no eggs.
Yeah. I guess we're having tuna sandwiches.
Yeah, there we go. Turkey's still good.
Turkey's still good. I know, but the cold cuts are supposed to give you butthole cancer. We're not supposed to eat the cold cuts. But the butthole cancer, no. I know. Alcohol is supposed to be really bad for you too.
Everything's bad for you.
I don't really drink very often.
I know you're a good person.
No, it's because when I drink too much. Like, it's like I feel like I'm always thirsty. So if I start drinking, I'm just gonna drink it like I'm chugging water, and then I get too drunk. This is what happens to me at every comedy festival. I go balls to the wall on Thursday night. I was so drunk at Limestone that we went to this pizza place next door, and we go in, and the line was so long, and I was like, if you just let me get in the front, I will buy your pizza. And I bought like several large pizzas and was just like handing them out to people so I could eat my pizza. And that's how I am every single time.
That's a good way to make friends at a festival.
Yeah, I guess so. And then they expect it the rest of the weekend. I'm like, no, that was my one. That was my one
drunk
night.
Holly.
That was drunk Holly.
This is regular Holly.
Yeah, drunk Holly's a lot.
Yeah.
She's fun to meet, but she's a lot.
You sang too at one of your festivals, and you weren't gonna sing. No, you were going to sing, and then Matthew English was running the show. He's like,
karaoke,
if you don't want to sing, you don't have to. And you're like, I got drunk for this.
I did. I sang I Touched Myself. Yeah.
Yes.
And we thought we did karaoke at a few festivals, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun. And we got Matthew to do it, and he's the best. And then I think it was just like way too big of a venue to try and do that, because karaoke's like kind of more intimate, and everybody's like right there, close knit. It was like all the comics were standing in the back, and then there was like 12 people who wanted to sing in the first two rows.
Yes.
And then it was a hard venue to do that in. So we won't be doing karaoke this year
at the West End Comedy Festival.
But we are going bowling during the day. We're taking all the comics and industry bowling.
Fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's
excited.
Fantastic. All right, I think we've done our bits here.
All right.
Thank you so much, Holly.
Thank you for having me.
I cannot wait to see your special. It's going to be freaking amazing. I will fly to Texas to watch it.
Cannot wait. It's in the gestation period right now.
Yeah. Right. So, did you pick like a theme of, are you just going to do like your story of your life?
It'll probably just kind of be like the story of my life.
I love it.
Yeah.
Chronological. Let's go. It makes sense. It's ordered. Joel, thank you.
It's easy to remember that way. Yeah.
Joel, thank you for holding me together for a year and talking to me about this for a year. Yeah. And I'm so glad we're on the other side of it. Wow. And I love
realize
you.
it was that long that y'all been talking about.
I mean, because the first album I did last year was Yoshee's in February, and I told Amy, I was like, "Oh, Yoshee wants me to record an album." She was like, "Oh, well, let me talk to you about that because I want to do an album." So this has been, and I've produced 5 albums in a year.
Yeah. Nathan's. Who are the others?
I did Gabby, Yoshee,
Gabby
Nathan John
Owens.
Michael Bond.
Oh, I love
John
him.
Michael's the only one I didn't edit.
His was in Chattanooga.
Yeah, JJ's. So I've done 5. Yeah.
Will you make a note to put all of those links to those specials in this episode so that people can watch them? They can click on them and watch them.
The other ones? Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of name dropping, but like in the best way, like just to promote people, brag on our friends.
I have a real bad problem about like pat myself on the back ever. And I saw a bunch of people like, I got to do this, and this, and like in the year. And I was just like, what did I do? And I was like, I did film 5 comedy specials. I started 2 podcasts. I continued 2 podcasts. I ran a studio. I did this. I did this.
You
and
had
I was
a growth year.
And I was like, but here's the thing though. I'm just busy. So I don't have time to reflect.
Yeah.
You're moving forward.
Yeah.
Specials on episode. I'm writing this down. And a big thank you to David Perdue for doing that. And then Yoshee. Yoshee, thank you for bullying me. He came on and he just bullied me. He's like, you just
didn't
gotta do it.
bully you. Me and Yoshee gave you therapy for an hour.
Yeah, it was therapy. That's a good
love
episode.
Yoshee. He brought me up at your special. That was really sweet.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
second show, because you came up and did announcements the first show.
I know.
and we're like, maybe.
Me and David heard that, and we were like, God, this is one thing that you didn't listen to us at all on, as we were like, you just need to be chilling and getting ready for your set. And then Amy's running around being like, hey, I could do this. And we're like, Amy, just... And I remember backstage, you were like, I need to go talk to Jose. I need to get water. I need to do this. And I was like... What of that can somebody else do for you?
I know. I went to get you water.
Because I was like, you literally have a team of people here. Like, tell someone to get you water.
You asked me, you're like, where's Amy? I was like, she went to move a chair. And you were like, are you kidding me?
I was like, no.
You could not take the room mom out of the mom.
I know. And you had like 7 other fucking room moms there.
That was literally my time. I was room mom.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was great.
Yeah, thank you for getting me water. Yeah, my friends were like eating donuts. Like, what should we do?
I know.
They were great. They were great. All right, I love you guys. I love you
Love
so
you
much.
too.
We're gonna hug. There's music playing.